Today, I'm going to show you an example of what may be the perfect investment, an investment that you can use as a benchmark when making your next investments, an investment that checks every single box: complement links, out of packs, meta, upgradable. Can you guess which card it is? I'll show you here in a second. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Trading to Glory. Firstly, I want to apologize for no uploads the past couple of days. Needed to take a step back, kind of focus on my mental health for a couple of days, and now we are back into it. And Renan Lodi was the card I was talking about at the beginning of the video, and this Renan Lodi card ended up working out very, very nicely. Now, the first reason that I was even looking at this Renan Lodi card, if you guys watched the last episode of Trading to Glory, well, you pretty much know already. It was because of the current Team of the Week cards, which normally is where my interest spawns pretty much every week for my weekend investments. It comes from the Team of the Week and what people are going to get out of their red picks. So you don't want to choose a card that's unusable and 78 rated, but you also don't want to choose a card that's too high rated and very hard to pack like Mohamed Salah was last week. But Vinicius Jr., it's not going to be an easy card to pack for a lot of people, but it's not going to be impossible. It's only 85 rated, and you know people will build around this card. It's over 400,000 coins. It's got 98 pace, 91 dribbling, 80 shooting. And when it comes to left back, well, he's got Ferland Mendy as an option, but he also has Renan Lodi as an option. Both strong links, neither are hyperlinks. But if you take a look at another Team of the Week card this week, you've got Yannick Carrasco. And this guy is also a left wing in La Liga. And Carrasco is at Atletico Madrid, so he also gets a strong link to Renan Lodi. Anybody who packs Carrasco or Vinicius Jr. can get that strong link down the left side because of Renan Lodi. That was brilliant. Now, that's not the only reason that Renan Lodi ended up working out. You've also got the fact that he is a pretty meta card. He's got 88 pace. He's got 85 dribbling, 82 defense, 80 physicality, 81 passing. Very good card. And then you also got to consider he's a UCL road to the knockout card. So if you waited until after they played against Liverpool, either way, I was going to wait. Now, kind of lucky for us that they ended up losing to Liverpool, which I think most people expected. But he went down from about 160 to 140. Had he won that game, he probably would have gone up a little bit, but it wouldn't have made his investment any less effective. It would have just gone up higher, and you wouldn't have been able to get a 140 price tag on him, but he also would have risen higher in price throughout the weekend. But in the end, I was going to wait until after the game, because had they lost the game and I bought for 160, my profit margins would have been less, and I would have been putting my profit in the hands of Atletico Madrid. And I don't like putting my profit in the hands of anybody, especially EA, but nobody. I'll wait until I can guarantee my profit, which is why I waited till after the game, and it just kind of ended working out like that. Well, we got him for 140,000 coins, as you can see, and the most we spent on one, I believe, was 141. So pretty consistent throughout at that 140 margin. And now let's take a look at his price 4 days later. Not a bad rise. Renan Lodi special 160, 170, 180, 190,000 coins. That's 50,000 coins per card. We've got 8 of them. 8 times 50,000 coins. That's 400,000 coin profit. So this Renan Lodi ended up working out really, really well. And I want you guys to consider this Renan Lodi card for future investments, because as he is a card that can get upgraded, he has quite a different trend on his price than cards that can't get upgraded. So as we look at the new cards that drop for rule breakers like Cornet or like Klosterman, who's also a pretty good card, we look at these guys and we say, all right, they're not bad cards, but they can't get upgraded throughout time. And I really do believe that the cards like this are going to be a little bit harder to trade with long term. We're going to see these act more like gold cards unless they get complement links after they're out of packs, and generally they're going to drop as more things get released. You take a look at that Parejo SBC. It's an SBC that's not bad value, but it's not necessarily great value. It's just kind of in the middle. It's if it fits your team, you might do it, but in the end, it's a card that's only going to be relevant for 3 or 4 weeks. So you're getting an untradeable version of a card that's eventually going to become SBC fodder. Let's face it, it's not going to be a card that's relevant past December at the very latest. So I don't recommend necessarily doing this, Daniel Parejo, unless you have 80K that you want to just dump into a card that you'll use for a month. So it's kind of the same concept with the tradable cards. The tradable cards like Cornet, who are going for 100,000 coins right now and may be good value at its current point in time, but it's never going to be a card that goes from 84 to 86 rated. And with that being said, you're not going to end up having an increase in value in this card over time. Unless, as I said, there's a complement link on the left side. Maybe like Wilfred Zaha gets a left wing card, and obviously that would be a strong link to Cornet on the left side, and that would make the card have more value, similar to how the Vinicius and the Carrasco made Renan Lodi had more value. But for the ones to watch cards and the road to the knockout cards, well, at any point during these games for ones to watch, they could have an inform. And that's going to make the card go up in price. And then you've also got the 5 out of 10 games. And then the road to the knockout card, all they got to do is go to the knockout stage and they get an upgrade. So although that upgrade isn't necessarily relevant currently, it's still going to make this card go up, maybe during every single UCL game, and especially as we get closer to the upgrade. So Fred, he's been chilling around 360, 350,000 coins, and he's still around there. He's been chilling at this for a few days now, and there hasn't been any UCL games for Manchester United, but if you take a look at their group, UCL standings, Manchester United don't have a tough group, okay? They might have been out of form, they might be struggling, but their group is probably the easiest of any group. Maybe Group G competes with it, but it's a very, very easy group, and they're still on top with 7 points. Villarreal have 7 points, and Atalanta have 5. So unless they really, really choke, this Fred will go from 85 to 86 rated. It's already one of the best CDMs in Premier League, and his card will go up in value because of that upgrade. There's always that to look forward to, which is going to keep that price stable. But with these other cards like Rule Breakers, they don't have that perk. So if that Renan Lodi card wasn't an upgradable card, if that had no extra value coming its way in any way, shape, or form, and right now they're actually in 3rd place in the group, I believe, but they do have the easier 2 games to finish it off, so I think they could clutch up. But if they didn't have that, right, if Renan Lodi was only 85 rated, would it have been the perfect investment? No, it wouldn't have been perfect. It would have still worked, but it wouldn't have been perfect. I don't think it would have gone up nearly as much, and I don't think we would have been playing with these profit margins either. I don't think we would be playing with the prices either. So those are all factors in the rise of these cards, like Renan Lodi. If he didn't have a possible upgrade with his 85 rated, I think the card could be around 90,000 coins, maybe 85K, right? And it could rise up to 110, 115, which would have been a nice 20, maybe 25K if we're looking at it nicely. But I definitely don't think we would have been looking at these profit margins or these prices. So it adds another aspect to how the card can rise in price. And it's a little bit more volatile as well, because as they play a game, it's obviously going to have an impact on the card one way or the other. So it's something to keep an eye out for, guys. So that's how I wanted to start out this video. And to end the video, I want to go through some of the squad building challenges that we've got, because I haven't done very many of them over the last few days because I haven't been online. So we've got marquee matchups. We've got the newcomers challenge. Unfortunately, that looks like it's it. And rare mixed players pack, not too great. 2 rare gold players pack, tradable. Hey, we got De Bruyne in the last one, so you never know. And maybe do the FUT hero upgrade. I don't think I'm going to because I'm trying to hit 4 million coins by the end of this episode. So, yeah, we're not going to do that one, but we will open the marquee matchup packs. All right, let's head over to the store and get these packs opened. We've got 6 total packs, but realistically, marquee matchups didn't really give out the greatest of packs this week. I don't know why EA seemed to continue making these marquee matchup packs less and less value as the year goes on. I don't know if they're trying to make them irrelevant. I don't know if they're trying to phase them out of the game, or they're just incompetent and can't figure out squad building challenges. I would put my money on the latter. But it's not as fun opening these packs when you know you're not going to get yourself a board drop unless you're extremely, extremely lucky. As you can see, we're struggling to even get rare golds. We get Ake there, Desciglio, but I mean, that's what you should expect from these kind of packs, EA. Maybe out of the rare mixed players pack where we get 4 rare golds and an 81 plus guaranteed, we can hope to get ourselves a nice board drop or a walkout. Here's a board drop. It's going to be French, left mid, Bamba at 83 rated. Not the greatest board drop, for sure. We'll send it up to the transfer list, though. Deal with that later. What's the next one? 2 rare golds. The Prime Electrum. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. It's going to be another non-board drop. Pretty underwhelming packs, EA. Pretty underwhelming packs, I cannot lie. All right, 2 rare player pack next. This was good to me last time I opened it. We got De Bruyne last time I opened this from the Newcomers Challenge. Can we go back-to-back with some good pulls? It's only going to be a board drop. It'll be a Cherby, the most common 83 rated in the game. Gives me Bas Dost vibes, how much he pops up as an 83 rated. If you played FIFA a few years ago, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now here is 4 rare golds. And it's going to be a board, but it's not going to be a walkout. It's going to be Mkhitaryan from Roma, who actually was one of the better cards for my starter team this year. If you're going on a budget, I highly suggest Mkhitaryan. He is pretty solid in this game. He's got that 5-star weak foot. Not bad at all, but unfortunately, nothing much out of those packs. So I've listed up all the Renan Lodi's. I staggered the prices. What I would suggest if you're listing overnight, which I'm not doing right now, is to stagger them between hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, and maybe even 12 hours. That way they're expiring at different times and not all at once like they are here. But definitely stagger the prices. And you see the prices that I staggered a little bit higher are the ones with better chemistry styles. So Shadows are the more expensive ones. I put up Anchor at kind of the medium expensive ones, and then the cheaper ones were the ones with no chemistry style or a useless chemistry style, like the engine right there for Renan Lodi. So hopefully they all sell within the first hour. If they don't, I'll just relist. I'll maybe update the prices if that's what it calls for. And that's going to be it for today's shorter little update video. Guys, appreciate you making it to the end of today's video. We don't have a specific word to comment down below, but what I want you to comment down below is the exact amount of coins you guys have right now if you sold everything, okay? So I would have about 4 million coins once these Renan Lodi's sold, but maybe like 4.2 million after I sold the players in my club as well. So if you sold everything, go ahead and let me know down how many coins would that be. I would love to know where you guys are sitting at in terms of your coin total after we're now about a week into November. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.